Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more Sid Meier Civilization VI. In our Russian Sunrise series, we have just conquered Brazil, or it's really, as I called it in the last episode or two, it really wasn't even Brazil, it was just Rio. For whatever reason, Brazil never expanded beyond their initial city. Maybe their settlers got captured by barbarians, who knows? But we've got a couple of barbarian encampments that we're trying to deal with. We've got one just north that popped up while we were still sieging Rio down. Oh, well, we didn't actually properly siege it, but it is what it is. And then, of course, we have one that popped up over here. It's going to be a bit of a nuisance dealing with the barbarian problem here. And I've discussed this in past episodes, but it continues to annoy me just to think about it. Because as long as our borders are not creeping further down, which is going to be affected by the growth of these cities, then there is a chance that any of this unconquered, uncivilized territory, if you will spawn barbarian encampments. The further away tiles are from civilized tiles, from tiles that are within a civilization's borders, I believe the more likely they are to spawn barbarians. So that's going to be a bother, and I'm not thrilled about it. But we did have another encampment over here that was cleared by Hong Kong, so good for you, Hong Kong. I appreciate that. But now I am just in the process of moving some units up. Let's go ahead. This is a level 6 crossbowman. I've got some very, very powerful units. I was just talking to one of the regular commenters from my not Civilization, but Crusader Kings 2 series earlier today, as of the moment I'm recording this anyway. So it would have been yesterday for you because I'm recording this on Saturday night. This is Sunday's episode. I was just talking to a regular commenter from Crusader Kings 2 about how it's looking like a military victory is more and more of a possibility. I would imagine that we are going to use military means to bolster our chances at a scientific victory. And I think our chances for a scientific victory are already quite good. Kabul and Amsterdam. I felt really silly because I went back and watched one of the last episodes I recorded. I think either the last one or the one before that. And I was like, oh yeah, Kabul, that's a nice lucrative trade route, when Amsterdam was sitting right there with like 7 gold more. I felt silly, but what trade routes do we have going right now? Is there a way to actually see that? Yeah, trade route overview. Here we go. All right, so these are the ones that are currently going. Really handy to have that. Available routes. But we can't sort it. Yeah, this is. I've seen this complaint in the forums. So looks like Tula to Amsterdam is probably going to be the best, just to make sure we continue to have a nice, strong income. The only alternative is if I did internal trade routes, I'd build some additional roads, which would come in handy. Like for instance, to Yaroslavl and to Moscow. Yaroslavl doesn't have the ability to there's not a trading post in Yaroslavl yet. So, but we can see there's a trading post in Smolensk. Yeah, I guess Yaroslavl would be the smart choice. We're going to get a couple of gold out of that, but we'll also help the growth rate with the additional food and the production if we let that trade route happen. So let's begin that. Let's think more in terms of making sure these cities get connected. I've been playing as Rome a lot, of course, in my downtime. So the unfortunate side effect of that is that I take roads for granted, and I'm not paying as close attention as I should to building the roads myself. Oh, hey, another promotion's available for that ship. That's excellent. Now let's make sure we've done everything we can over here. I believe we have. I don't think there's any other units that really need anything done with them. All right, there we go. We're going to have some buildings finish up next turn. We have an armory finishing up in Xi'an, which is very good because that's extra production. Also, can I do anything with that great person?
Opera is when a guy gets stabbed in the back and, instead of bleeding, he sings.
Indeed. I like that quote. All right, let's go ahead and promote the caravel here. We definitely would like extra combat strength when defending versus ranged attacks. But also 1 movement would be good. Let's go ahead and go for the extra movement first. Okay, we have the choice to pick a new civic research. We can go for privateers, but I don't know that we're really going to build privateers. 1 extra movement is if starting in friendly territory, if we adopt that, versus this is actually a new type of war. Use to declare war on a power that is 2 technology eras behind you. All warmonger penalties are half. Don't really need that either. Ooh, I like this one. Nationalism. This is probably the one I'm going to go with. Units have 50% less combat strength reduction from being injured. Yep. Nationalism it is. Hey, we have a great general available to us. Yeah, let's go ahead and recruit the great general. I was playing a game the other day and conquering China, of all things. I think I mentioned this in a previous playthrough. And having those generals was really, really quite helpful. All right, so Novgorod now needs something built. The campus has finally been completed, which is great news. Tell you what, let's go ahead and focus on that campus. We're going to build a library there and keep that train rolling. Meanwhile, Xi'an is done with its production-focused building, so that's going to help us build very quickly over here. Ooh, Oxford University. I'd rather do that in St. Petersburg after that trader's done. Maybe Alhambra? What's all? +2 amenities from entertainment. Xi'an does need amenities. Provides this, but it's 21 turns to get the amenities, so I mean, it's a bit of a trade-off there. Xi'an could also use a builder, to tell you the truth, just to flesh out some more of this stuff around the city. Tell you what, let's there's really not a way to solve the amenities issue quickly. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and just go for Alhambra. I can build it way out here. Get some additional amenities and some points for having a wonder, which is always a good thing. Let's see. Watermill in Moscow seems like the sensible thing to do. It's what's being suggested, but is there any new? Okay, everything else is really, really... It's going to take a long time to be built up there. That city in the snow, that's definitely going to take a while. All right, now this... We're going to do a granary in Rio. We just need to rebuild Rio from the ground up. Okay, let's see here. We have 2 envoys again. How can we make use of them? Seems like Hattusa is going to be the one to go for. Yep. We want to get that extra 2 science in every campus district. We are already the suzerain of Hattusa, which means that we are getting 1 of each strategic resources that we've revealed but do not yet own, which is amazing. So we need to make sure we remain suzerain of Hattusa. That's going to be a huge focus going forward. So now let's go ahead and... Can I fire? Not quite yet. I want this field cannon to get some action. I want this bomber to get some action too. Actually, I should have used the bomber to roll towards the scout there, but I'm going to keep this scout just fortified until healed. Meanwhile, this builder, what can I do with you, good sir? Extra production would be quite nice. We've got 2 charges left on that builder. Just 2. Just a measly 2. Okay, here's our great general. We're going to go ahead and definitely move him all the way up to Rio. Oh yeah, that's right. I can transfer great units. I had one of my longest running subscribers call me out for this earlier today. I am still in Civ V mode with great people. I forget that I have the ability just to zap them between cities, so I know several times during this series I have just been an idiot. And I've not really paid attention to what my options are with the great people, because I'm not used to it, but I learn by doing. So the more, okay, no, there's nothing more for you to do. I learn by doing, so the more I play, the more that silliness will go away, which is part of the reason I want to play a lot of Civ VI over the next month or 2 on the channel. As tough as it is to to really get started on a title like this sometimes, because the expectation is that you're going to play on a really high level right away for entertainment's sake, which is good. It's all well and good, but I still want to do it just because it's fun. And frankly, because I enjoy it. All right, so let's go ahead and eliminate him. And yeah, let's go ahead and move the bombard back down and see if we can't chase after that scout a little bit. I'm going to try and zone of control him a little bit so he can't run any further down the coast. So that should be resolved there. Now, he can still run down the coast, but he can't go more than 1 tile, which is the idea. Now, industrial zone's probably the best idea in Smolensk, I would guess. We're doing okay on income. So yeah, industrial zone it is. Ah, we do have a couple of +2 zones, including one that's not really in anything's way up here near Jian. So that could be best. Yeah, let's do that. Industrial zone for Smolensk in between. Actually, it's perfectly positioned between my 3 cities here. That's pretty nice. I like that. I like it a lot. I'm going to move our bombard a little bit further down. Field cannon will be in range soon. Looking forward to making use of them. Okay. Extra production for St. Petersburg. Next turn, we'll finally be able to start a new wonder in St. Petersburg, which I'm excited about. And now we can clear that barbarian encampment. Finally. Good riddance. So it is 1640 AD. Where are we on the tech tree? We're catching up to France, slowly but surely. I think that's about where they were last time we looked. We are quite solidly in the industrial era, as is France. And here's the modern era. So we have more technologies to research before we get there. We're a ways away from the modern era. So the timeline is progressing fairly normally at the moment, which is nice. All right, I'm going to go ahead and eliminate the ship that I can actually kill here. Good night. Of course it doesn't actually die. Again, biggest pet peeve. When I read decisive victory in a Civ game, that means I'm assuming the game is telling me that I will like almost certainly win. So maybe that's not the point, but that's what I have built my expectations up to. So, and I kind of feel like I should just say major victory if it's not absolutely sure I'm going to win. No Gandhi, no peace for you. You lied to me, and you're going to pay the price. Gandhi, I feel like, is actually a little bit behind in the tech game. Yes, he's still in the Renaissance era. So we're going to enjoy rolling over him if we can continue to accelerate in the science game. Well, you might not enjoy it. I'm going to enjoy it. I just wanted to include you in the fun. So St. Petersburg can now build a wonder. Let's go ahead and go for... Oh, there's no suitable location for Oxford in St. Petersburg. That's a slap in the face. In that case, let's go for the Forbidden City. Looks like this would be the best tile to build it on. So we lost one of our farms there. We'll just have to build a new one. God, I've got the hiccups like crazy right now. Sorry if that's too much information, but like I'm trying to speak a sentence and I have to keep pausing. Let's see. Yaroslavl. Anything would take a while to build here right now. See, a campus is probably the best thing to build. But there's not really any mountains nearby, or rainforest for that matter, so wouldn't really do much. I could build an encampment to help defend. Actually, yes. Yes, yes, and yes. We are going to build an encampment in Yaroslavl to help defend against any barbarians that might get any funny ideas. So we're going to build an encampment along the southern border. And that also, that has a secondary goal of allowing us the opportunity to just build up our production capacity. Okay, so we have a trade route destination. This is from St. Petersburg to... Let's go ahead and do a trade route to Moscow, because we definitely need a road out to Moscow, and we want a trading post in Moscow. Oh, interesting. I wonder if that's the path it'll actually follow. Yes, it will, because there's a road right there. Cool. All right, so that trade route could be in danger a little bit. So I might just keep these crossbowmen down here in case any other agitators show up. Hey, where did that scout go? There he is. Well, that's perfect. Now he's cornered. I'm going to blow the crap out of him next turn. Let's go ahead and do this combat here, because this is not going to be a costly combat, and could get my scout some additional experience. Not a lot of it. Oh, there's no one in this camp. I've been rolling... Oh, that's annoying. Oh, well. All right, so that camp is cleared. I feel like someone was in it a second ago. Maybe I just wasn't paying attention, but there's definitely no one in that camp. Okay, so problem solved there. Now, what other options do we have here? Let me go ahead and attack the ship that's not as weak. Because if these guys start attacking me next turn, I want to be able to sustain extra damage for them. And if I lower the attack value of the other ships near me, that will help with that goal. So, I think that's about everything for this turn. I still have some great people that I need to do things with. Didn't I have one more? Yes, great artist up here. but no suitable tiles on which to use our good friend Michelangelo. He's been hanging out for a while. It's unfortunate we don't have anything, we don't have any buildings for him to build his stuff in. So he's just kind of hanging out. He's going to be a cultural boon to us at some point. Hey, we have some wheat over here that we definitely need to set up. Let's turn the yield icons off. I don't know why they keep coming on automatically like that. That's better. Upgrade that unit to a field cannon. And hey, we got Scorched Earth progress. So we are, because we upgraded enough field cannons, I suppose, we're now in a better position there. So our unit in Rio has healed up. I'm going to go ahead and bring our crossbowmen back down, and we're going to blow the crap out of this scout. Bye-bye. I should not have derived as much satisfaction from that as I did. But okay, we're going to fortify that unit there. Things going quite well. Let's go ahead and let's move the field cannon a little bit further north. Not really thinking in terms of fighting with Gilgamesh just yet. I don't even know that we will necessarily. All right, so we have our spy in Uruk. Looks like he's got a new settler. Let's go ahead and gain sources. Level up the spy temporarily. All right, chase after this unit a little bit more. See, that made more sense. It was showing that the life bar would go almost all the way down, but it wasn't saying decisive victory because it knew that it wouldn't actually be fully defeated. So it said major victory, and I just wish it would do that every time. It's a small but useful tweak. All right, so... actually, we could use this, we could use this great general to get 2 envoys right away. Let's go ahead and do that. Screw it. That's awesome. So we have 4 envoys now. Good God. All right, so there's our extra science from Hattusa, and we still have an additional envoy, so let's go ahead and move towards an additional military boost through this encampment district bonus from Kabul. Rio is a Hindu city. We need to fix that. I've got plenty of faith. Also need to purchase some military units now that I can do that with faith. But I'm not at war with anyone, so I'm not focused on that. Hasn't really been a priority. Let's see, St. Petersburg. Yeah, we really need to spread religion a little bit more, don't we? Let's go ahead and get an apostle in St. Petersburg. Well, let's get 2 apostles. All right, and then in Tula as well, should be able to purchase with faith. Well, screw it. We've got the room for it. Let's just get more apostles. I can get 2 in each city. Now, okay, I can't here because there's not a temple district, but I can, I believe, in Smolensk. Yep. Okay, we have access to a great person as well. Who do we have? Great artist, Rembrandt. So let's go ahead and recruit him. I don't know that we actually have a space for him any more than we have a space for anyone else, but we'll go ahead and start with that now. Tula is in need of a project here. Let's... Harbor probably is for the best. Let's go here so we get that gold boost. Want to have a couple of cities capable of cranking out military units. All right, so this is a trade route in Lanchi. Going to... Is there actually not a road? Yeah, there's a road. Okay. But there's not a trading post in Xi'an. We need to establish a trading post in Xi'an. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Because that's costing us money not to have a trading post there. So we're going to have that unit set that up. Okay, here's Rembrandt. And I'm guessing we don't have anything for him. Yeah, we don't. Sleep. All right, this field cannon can just fortify for now. I'm going to bring you back down to Moscow, and we need to keep an eye out for any barbarians. Let's see. Novgorod needs more housing. It's saying Novgorod needs more housing, but that's probably an old alert. Trading post created. We can go ahead and get rid of some of these. Chichen Itza and Hagia Sophia have both been built. That's nice. Hey, go away. Really? Can I not clear that? That's weird. That notification is not going away. And hey, our settler has arrived. So let's found the city of Solikamsk out here. And let's go ahead and get started on the first. Let's go for the granary first. Growth is our #1 priority. Hey, I'm going to enjoy sinking these guys. Okay, well, we're not quite going to sink them. But that's a step in the right direction. This caravel is gaining a ton of combat experience from just shooting at units that generally are not attacking it. It's fantastic. I'm enjoying it. It is 1655 AD, almost, well, soon to be 16, maybe 70, and then turn 243. Our library in Novgorod is about done. So we're going to go for a university probably next and just keep the science momentum going. We're gaining a lot of science per turn, but we want more. We want to catch up to France and surpass France. Right now we're in a pack with who else? With Spain and Samaria. Earlier in the game we were trying very hard to catch up to Samaria, so we've finally done that, which... Oh, hey! There you go!
The best steel doesn't always shine the brightest.
Wow. Okay, we just jumped a good ways ahead of everyone. Maybe it's just because we entered the modern era. We entered the modern era just because we researched one technology from it, steel. Okay, so now we need to go back and we need to look into siege tactics because we still don't. We haven't we haven't researched Renaissance era walls. Okay, so we're a little bit behind on that. So here is our. Let's see. I want to be somewhat smart with unit movement here. Let's get these units. Okay, now we also need to evangelize beliefs, don't we? Let's do that. Alright, so that unit's gone. We can promote this one. Can convert all adjacent barbarians to your side by using a religious charge. What? Oh, that's really cool. I can convert heathens. Religious spread is triple strength in cities of other civilizations. Yeah, let's go for a translator there. That'll help against Gandhi and his annoying self. Alright, Amsterdam is already good. So we'll just have you skip your turn for now. Novgorod! Yep, looks like the sensible choice for you is going to be university, 16 turns away, but that's fine. Oh, it's a promotion available, that's why. Gain 3 extra spreads when moving adjacent to a natural wonder for the first time. Where's the closest natural wonder, though? Right there? Okay. So we're going to have to take this apostle and move them up there to get the most out of that apostle, which is fine. Launch sheet now... God, these wonders are not really... Let's go and go for a builder around launch sheet. There's a lot of unimproved tiles. Choose belief. Okay. Oh, a slot for religious art. I'm going to go ahead and go for the mosque because of the additional spreads for missionaries and apostles. It just seems like the best thing to do. Confirm. And now... Oh, interesting. India has just made a very, very poor decision. We're going to conquer that. Oh my god, that's the dumbest call they could have possibly made. How stupid are you? Alright, so we know what our objective's going to be next episode. Adria has just tried to forward settle us. Oh man, what can you do? Alright, let's go ahead and take care of this ship. I don't think it's going to actually sink, but we might get a promotion here. Not quite, almost. Getting close. Let's see, what else? This unit has no movement left, so yeah, just go to the next turn. I don't know why you sent me to a unit that had no movement left. Was it a promotion? Spain has denounced the evil deeds of France. So Spain and France are at odds. India has progressed from Renaissance to the Industrial Era. Oh, damn. I was looking forward to the possibility of keeping them in the Dark Ages. Alright, let's go ahead and spread religion in Novgorod. That wasn't quite enough, unfortunately. Wasn't enough in Xi'an either. Lame. Alright, so we're going to move this unit here. Rio. Yep, let's go for that watermill. And we have 2 more envoys. Yet again, let's go for Kabul. So additional production in every encampment district when producing units. This unit is on their way up to Kabul, so we'll go ahead and take care of that. Meanwhile, let's go ahead and get ready to tear Gandhi a new one with our entire army here. I mean, the city's not going to last long at all. It's going to be embarrassing, frankly. Alright, let's go ahead and sink this ship. And this time it will sink. Goodbye. There's that promotion, which I was hoping for. And on that note, we are 26 minutes into this episode, so I'll go ahead and cut this one here. And in the next one, we are going to focus very, very much on taking over this city. But also, we're going to have to keep an eye on Spain, because Spain settled over here. And granted, that's not quite like up against our borders, but they could start a decent little colony nation down here, if you will, if we don't keep an eye on them as well. So my main goal right now is just to move towards a technology victory as soon as possible. For those of you who might be newer to my channel and not familiar with the way I do my series, we are, and of course what I'm about to say does not apply to people watching in the backlog, but for those of you watching the series live, we are moving towards episode 17 of the series. When we hit episode 20, I'm going to switch to another series. In this case, it's probably going to be another series in Civilization VI, which has been the plan. But I want to start another one up just to have a couple series going at once. I always alternate between series every 20 episodes. I usually alternate games too, so that there's varied content month to month. Just as a rule. So just know that we are entering into the final episodes for this particular phase of the series, but it's not going to end. We'll bring it back unless unless something else is just so exciting that we'd rather move on to do something else. And of course, we never finished Russian Sunset, so there wouldn't necessarily be anything wrong with leaving the series hanging. But at this point, I want to finish it. I want that science victory. And then there'll be a lot to do with other Civilization 6 series in the next couple of months, so keep your eyes out for that. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not subbed already, I upload new episodes in Russian Sunrise every day at noon Eastern Daylight Time, which is GMT-4 for those of you not in the States. Actually, now it's GMT-5, again, because Daylight Savings Time happened, finally. So yeah, GMT-5 for those of you not in the States, and comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next episode.